Okay, continuing on with the Chapter 4 homework, I'm going to do problem 5 now. That's a pretty quick one. Don't even need to make a phase diagram for that. Here we're asked to calculate the void ratio of a 50% saturated soil sample that has a water content of 12%, a unit weight of 115 pounds per cubic foot, and a specific gravity of 2.7. So I'm going to rewrite the important data here. So we want to find the void ratio, so that's my E. I know that it's 50% saturated, so my saturation rate is at 50%, or if I want to write it as a decimal, it's 0.5. And it has a water content of 12%, a unit weight of 115 pounds per cubic foot. And you can see it doesn't say a dry unit weight or a solid unit weight, obviously not the unit weight of water or air. So we'll just assume that that's the total unit weight because it doesn't specify. And then the specific gravity is 2.7. And that abbreviation looks like this, specific gravity 2.7. So there's all the data I need from there. And now I just want to find that void ratio. So basically what I'm going to go and do, knowing that I don't need to use a phase diagram to solve this, I'm going to go back to my phase relationship table and just kind of see what kind of relationships I can find with void ratio. Okay, so here's the first one with void ratio, that it's the ratio of the volume of the voids to the volume of the solids. Well, when I look at the data that I have, I don't know anything about the volume of the voids or the volume of the solids, so that relationship is not going to get me very far. Let's see if there's something else I can use here to be on the next page that will give me some information. Here's another definition of void ratio. Here it's the water content multiplied by the specific gravity divided by the saturation ratio. Well, those look like things that I know. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this formula onto my paper here. Okay, and what I have is that E is equal to the water content times the specific gravity all divided by the saturation ratio. So it looks like I may even have some extra information I don't even need. Let's go ahead and plug our values in. My water content is 12%. Whenever I plug these values in, I want to plug them in their decimal form, okay, not as a percent. So make sure you change that before you plug it in. So it's 0.12 times my specific gravity 2.7, and that's all divided by my saturation ratio again as a decimal. Okay, so that's all I've got to do there. Put that into your calculator. 0.12 times 2.7, and then take that quantity and divide it by 0.5, and I get 0. Let's try that one more time. 0.12 times 2.7, and take that quantity and divide it by 0.5. Yep, I get 0.648. But when I report that, I can just report it to 1 to 2 decimal places. I'll just do it as 0.65 for my void ratio E. And that is all they have to do for problem 5 on the homework. That is complete.